Okay, NASCAR adventurers, we have temporarily left the International Raceway. We have made our way into the village of Watkins Glen. We are here at the Motor Racing Research Library dedicated to John Bishop. And they've got some memory bricks here. Looks like you could purchase. There's the Porsche Club of America Potomac. But we're going to go inside and check it out. This is actually also where the corporate office for Watkins Glen International is actually located as well. So let's go inside and take a look. There's the 30th anniversary Watkins Glen Grand Prix Festival, celebrating Corvette, September 8th, 2023. All right, let's go inside and check it out. There's the thunderstorm out here, so we want to be inside. Had a nice long talk with Josh there. If you do ever come in here to Watkins Glen, make sure you say hello to Josh. But as we get ready to wrap up our tour inside here, if you ever get into this area, make sure you stop by. It is pretty amazing. I mean, if you like anything racing, and of course you do, or otherwise you wouldn't be watching these videos. This is like your library of heaven. Look at all this information. You could spend all day in here. Robert W. Perry, past governor. So as we walk in the door, the first thing we see on the ground, Pocono Raceway. Good afternoon. How are you?
Pretty good. Have you all been here before?
We have never been here before.
Okay, well, let me introduce you to what we are.
Yeah.
By mission statement, we're an archival library dedicated to all forms of motorsport. Of course, as many collector will tell you, when you start collecting one thing,
it just keeps on growing. That's right.
So we literally have 5,000 books just on racing itself. Periodicals, some dating back in the 30s and 40s. Movies, photos, videos, slides, negatives, DVDs, transparencies, pieces of race cars, model cars, trophies, even an empty beer can with Junior's face on it.
Wow.
And that's just off the top of my head. But, you know, 5,000 books on racing is great, but just doesn't have the same curb appeal as, is that a race car on the floor? So we got a car on the floor. And this is a 1924 Dodge, and this is what we know about her. Fortunately, it's somewhat limited, but, you know, that's why we're
1924
here.
Dundee Dodge. Okay.
Yeah, it still has the original block in it, with, of course, an aluminum head. The current owner bought this when he was under 10 years old, borrowed $20 from his parents, and went over and did a 30-year restoration on it, and he'll still take it out and drive it around. It's got Pennsylvania plates on it. Plus, I suspect he still races it because it has a fire bottle and an electrical cutoff switch on it.
That sounds like a Rick Hendrick story.
Yeah.
Wow.
But you can actually get in the car and, you know, be able to see what it's like, try on the helmet and stuff like that. But that's pretty much what we are. You know, we weren't originally thought up as a car museum. You know, the paperwork does help, because we'll get people coming in like, hey, my car, you know, I just bought this old race car. It was in SCCA. It started in this category, but by the end of its life, it got into this one. It was legal at a certain time, you know, a certain category. You've got the rule books for that, which can say, yep, you're allowed to do this, this, and this. We also offer two 20-minute movies. One done 1972, on the first 25 years here at Watkins Glen, for
Okay.
which we're now celebrating 75th anniversary. And then a more recent production done by a little speed shop about 8 years ago now, that uses some of the 72 footage but brings it up into more modern context.
Okay.
And I can pop those on at your leisure. If you've got any further questions, just let me know.
So this little place is the library for NASCAR and racing enthusiasts. So we're just gonna walk around, we're just gonna take a look and show you what they do have on display. I mean, when I tell you they've got thousands of books, they've got thousands of books.
It's sitting right now. I gotta get a buffer and stuff.
So if you were ever in the Watkins Glen, Elmira, Corning, New York area, this is right in the middle of the village of Watkins Glen. It's legitimately surrounded by the school system. The Watkins Glen High School, elementary school, middle school is like wrapped around us here. DJ Faith went to school right here.
Exactly. So, yeah,
She remembers when they
5'10"
broke ground and built all this.
620. Those are cool as well. Like, that was a legit torn car because the guy used it on a farm, so it has like dents and rust spots, but pretty cool. And now I'm starting to get into
The only problem is
Grand Prix, Watkins Glen, New York, September 1949.
Introduce you to what we are. Vibration State Farm Archive Board. A lot of these years ago now, that is some stations that brings up the modern
if you,
and public on for
on a fall day, when the trees are trimmed, you take a ride, doesn't make any difference if you go up east side.
And there's where we were earlier today. And if the storms hold off and pass before we go back, we're scheduled to go back at 5 o'clock this afternoon. Fingers and toes crossed that we can get back to Watkins today and the thunderstorms have passed.
Oh, definitely. Me too. I could imagine, yeah.
But it is absolutely free to come in and visit this cool museum / library / research center. They do take donations.
I want to say hi to Mark if you've got a minute.
Oh,
I thought it was, I thought that was you,
I
Cap.
have a whole bunch of emails.
Yeah.
Someone from neighbor, and I
Yeah.
just addressed it.
That's me. Yeah, whatever you can do to help.
Don't think this has anything to do with NASCAR, but you never know.
Hopefully,
Yeah, really excited.
Yeah, that's a little bit of everything.
I did my first
And of
car
course, a whole
a year
lot.
ago.